Okay, so let's continue. Tech is currently sitting at the MA20 line, and we know that whenever we are in that level, there's a big chance that an MA20 could act as a support. So let's try to monitor this stock. Hopefully, it does not break down. Otherwise, it's not going to be a good story. Okay, let's see if the price starts higher than 8.75, 8.90 level, then we can say it will move up. Otherwise, the next possible support that we see would be, um, let's check around 6.48 level. There, 6.48 level. So that's the key area to monitor. So again, by tomorrow, this has to start much higher than the yellow line, 8.75. If it breaks down, next area to monitor would be 6.48. The next one would be ACE, ACEX. Okay, ACEX. This is currently actually creating a support in this level, but one thing I noticed though is that your Bollinger Band, notice this, everything pointing downwards, even this one. So this means that we might have some more declines in the coming days. Could be in tomorrow's market or trading day, we might have another decline. Let's see if it will test the 7 pesos area. 7 pesos area. Yeah, around that. Okay, the reason why I said that is because you had some consolidation in the weeks of December 20 around this area, and you also had August 27 and 28 over here being a support, and then this used to be a resistance. So around that level could be a next possible area to check out. Then the next one would be MWC. Okay, for MWC, so they had proactively suspended trading last January 31st, and from the news, I know that they're going to add more there. Uh, uh, Increase capital stock to 4.4 billion. That means they might add some more stocks floating for public. Let's just verify. Manila Water said its board approved it just concluded special meeting in an increase of the Ayala subsidiary capital stock to 4.4 billion from 3.1 billion. The company said in a disclosure to Securities and Exchange Commission that the move was subject to stockholders' approval and would be on the table at their annual meeting this coming April. The board also approved a threefold increase of carved-out shares to 900 million unissued common shares from 300 million. So I would have to say, um, so if you're going to increase the number of shares available to the public, that will most likely somehow decrease the, that's my take, and that's how I'm interpreting the news. It will decrease the value of the stock. So I have a feeling it will revisit the 10 peso area. So we can have other thoughts here. Go ahead and drop a comment if you have a different perspective over this, so we can learn from you as well. But that's just my take. Um, so we'll see. If you are interested in this stock, overall, it's already moving above the MA20 level, but I feel that some people will take profit and will give you a chance around the MA20 area, which is around 10 pesos, 10.18, that is. Okay, right. So let's continue with the remaining stocks we have on our list. Those stocks that we have just reviewed have been requested by Marco. Okay, Now let's continue. So the last one we had yesterday was Bloom. So we continue with SM. SM. Okay, SM is also on a heavy sell-off last Friday. Actually, the entire week last week. We're already sitting at the oversold level here. There you go. Very near the oversold area. So if it will decline, where could it fall? Let's check out the 943.48 level. There. It might revisit that area. There were several instances in the past when that price level was hit and then there was a bounce happening. So let's see if it will stabilize at the 943.48 level. SMPH, see, the line that we created here was broken. So where could we plot the next support? 37.31. The reason why I said that is because previously around the weeks of September over here, this used to be a resistance. This used to be a support as well, and over here. So when this thing got broken, it moved up, and then it will potentially revisit that. And let's check if when it hits that level, you'll have it bounce. Anyway, you're very near your oversold. So I feel that it will continue to go down, but uh, we'll test 37.31. This one over here is trying to stabilize at the 3.21 level. 3.21. That's an area to monitor. The area where it is at right now is an area to watch out for. Overall, I think this is already a good level. We just want to take advantage of the fear that's happening overall in the market. So we're currently at a very discounted price for MPI. So maybe you can start putting it in your watch list. I recommend you only get in when you start seeing an increase in volume and a green candlestick perhaps. So Meg, we already checked that out. GTCAP, GTCAP, not a good story. So the price is declining and your RSI is also declining. See that? So that means there are no signs yet of a possible change in direction. So we might have some more downward movements. Now let's take a look at a weekly chart, see if, yeah, over here. There you go. 643. That's an area to check out because previously you had your support right here. AGI, let's see if it will create a stabilization right here. I'm now looking at the weekly chart, so let's double check this once we change it to the monthly look. I mean, no, daily look. Okay, so this is the support that we see. You still have some sideways movement happening in AGI, but overall, I see that your Bollinger Band is actually pointing downwards. So we might have some bearish signals happening. So we might dip for a few cents, and this will be a strong support that we have here. Slightly higher. Sorry, slightly higher. There you go. 10.54. So that's our support. Tech, we already checked it out. AEV is also declining. So heavy sell-off, downward movements in the coming days here. Okay, 48.17 level. Cebu Pacific, you're already at the oversold, but no signals of possible reversal. So watch out and see if we are going to have a chance once again in this level. Let me see right here. 70 pesos area. Okay, 69.43 level. Previous resistance here, and then you had some stabilization here, which was your previous support, resistance, and resistance right over here. So when it goes back, it will test that. Your previous resistance will now become a support. So let's see if it will create a stabilization. Anyway, you are here now at the oversold level. So we might just have, sideways first, probably until such time our coronavirus scare is resolved, and you will see most of the stocks changing or bouncing right after that. AP as well is, well, for me, I'd say AP is just stabilizing in the current area. So where it is at right now, 32.33, around that level. That's an area to watch out for. We're doing sideways over here. Okay. Same with web. I'd say there might be a chance for this stock to go back to 2.98, which is for me um, the actual value. Yeah, it's been sitting in this level for um, several several weeks. Well, we had a chance over here, so I feel that the overall sentiment of this stock is around this range. So this over here, it was just sitting almost at the same area. So I think currently the true value of this stock is around 3 pesos, 2.98 area. So it will potentially revisit that and stabilize in this level first before it moves up again. I don't think that it will go lower than that. I think these are just isolated case. It's starting to push the price higher. It's just that right now, everything, even because web is investing in online gaming business, right? So, and their biggest market are the Chinese. So right now, it's not really a good time for, not a good story for our Chinese folks. They're all eyes are on them, but their business is really bound to happen in the future. It's just that right now, overall sentiment is really on a decline for most of the stocks. Same, 172.03. That's an area of possible bounce, shall I say, because you had the support and resistance in that area. So it will revisit that and probably do sideways first before it moves up. Something like this. Just 1 second. Let's continue with the CHP. CHP is also on a decline, man. So it broke this support that we had here, so it's not a good story. We might have some more downward movements in the coming days for CHP. Feb, Feb, FB. This is San Miguel Food and Beverage. This one will also potentially decline. We're currently moving below the MA20 line, and when it bounces, there's just a, it respected your MA20 level over here. MA20 acted as a resistance, so even if it does not really touch the entire line over there, so it's uh, respecting overall your MA20 level, so we might have some more downward movements here. Globe. Globe will continue to dip. 1823 level. Let's check that out. It might test that. But overall, I feel that on Monday, we might continue to decline for Globe. Mac, still the same. No signs. Price is going down. And let's see your RSI. Also, well, slightly higher, but with happening around the globe, looks like the news will influence the movement. Sometimes uh, technical analysis will not work if we have something as serious as coronavirus virus influencing the market movement. So in this case, even if your RSI is already slowly giving us an slightly higher point than the previous uh, one over here, like technically concept wise, when the price is going down and then your RSI is already moving up slightly higher right now, but I feel that this will not be followed. There will be some more downward movements from MAC. As for DMC, I think this is already you've reached a support for DMC, and uh, two things can happen here. It's either sideways or upward movement, but I feel overall it's just gonna go sideways first. Yeah, foreign selling happening. So it might go sideways first, stabilize at the 5.96 level before it goes up. Fruit sitting at the support. Let's see. I hope it doesn't break. Let's see if it will break your MA20 line. Um, but this is the support that we have at the moment. Okay, so 1.59 level. RLC also going to decline potentially. Their next possible stop would be your 23.88 level. Okay, 23.96, around that area. It will potentially dip. Talked about ISM. Now let's talk about COSCO. Oh man, all of them. So next possible stop 5.80. Okay, COSCO Euro. Oh, I don't trust this. This is not a very popular stock. And then all of a sudden it jumped. So I'd say that will not sustain. I feel that this stock will just dip either tomorrow or Wednesday or Tuesday. Okay, so not a very reliable move because I don't see any news or any. I don't think this is backed up by anything. MWIDE. MWIDE be extra. Okay. It's slightly, well, it is significantly higher than the previous point here where price was moving downward. So I'd say let's see first. It might just stabilize within the area. 1450, 14.49, around that level. It will just do sideways first before it goes up. But I feel that this is already a good area to start accumulating volume, start buying in tranches. We did AXLM earlier. Emperador doing sideways still. So it's really undetermined yet um, which, but we now have a very constricted Bollinger Band. So that means it's either if it triggers the upper Bollinger Band, then chances are we'll have some more movements to the upside. But if it triggers the lower Bollinger Band, then that's another story. The next possible dip would be, uh, yeah, it might even reach this level if it triggers the lower Bollinger Band. The next possible stop would be here. PNB. PNB might continue to dip as well. Sun. Okay, Sun. Let's check and see if it will create a stabilization around the MA20 level. All right, let's see if it will continue to move sideways before it goes up. If it breaks your MA20 line, the next possible support that I see right here would be this level. Okay, 1.49. Okay, I think that is it for this Sunday episode of our Stock Market Insights. Again, if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do hit that subscribe button. And then if you want us to if you want us to review your requested stock, drop a comment so I can prioritize your request. Like Marco, he outlined his request, so we have prioritized his stocks. In the meantime, happy Sunday. You take care, everyone. Wear a mask. Let's all be safe. Bye bye for now.